But dude, he's so goddamn good. He's so protected. He knows where to be and where not to be. He's so composed. Like, look at that. Look at that movement. Look how he moves away from everything. So you're punching at air and you're still threatening, but you're not really hitting him, and he's making you throw punches. And occasionally you clip him with a shot as he's moving away, and he rolls with a lot of shit.
Adjust to or get used to with Pacquiao in the ring?
I mean, nobody fights like him. It's very he's different, very difficult to prepare for. It took Marquez 4 fights to figure him out. You know, and Marquez is one of the fastest thinkers in the game, and it's just such a difficult guy to zone in on. I always felt like just as I was getting my crosshairs on him, he would change his rhythm. He's a very rhythmic fighter.
Joe Rogan was left stunned watching Manny Pacquiao in training as the Filipino legend looked sharp, explosive, and dangerous ahead of a potential rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Rogan even suggested that Floyd may have waited years to face an older version of Pacquiao, yet despite the age, Manny still looks fast, focused, and ready.
Ready for Mayweather Pacquiao.
Right.
And
Mayweather just did such a smart thing, but also a devious thing. Waiting until Pacquiao was older, waiting until he slowed down, and then...
Devious is not illegal in boxing.
It's encouraged.
Yeah. In any entrepreneurial sport, devious is not illegal.
No.
Devious can be an asset.
That's how you retire with a 50-0.
Roy Jones Jr. pointed out that modern fighters have lost the art of footwork, but Pacquiao still moves with elite agility, balance, and precision inside the ring.
It's never stationary. Man is always on the move. You understand me? What has happened in boxing is a lot of people have lost the art of footwork. You understand me? Not many people have footwork. So if you see a guy go out and box like you'll never see in today's time too often, a guy go out and box like Sugar Ray Leonard boxed Marvin Hagler. Right. He moved around, he fought when it was time, he moved when it was time. He understood how to use the whole ring to get a victory. Now guys don't do that. Pac-Man, fortunately, is one of those guys who knows how to use the ring. So he don't stand in just one place and fight. With that being said, if his legs can hold up for 12 rounds, he's the guy.
Jones emphasized that Pacquiao's success in this fight will depend heavily on whether his legs can last all 12 rounds, because his movement and endurance are key to everything he does.
Today's with how things go, and with Manny being who Manny is, if Manny can get to 12 rounds, Manny gonna win the fight. If Burns can hurt Manny early in the fight and not let him go 12 rounds, he might have a chance. But Manny has one of the bigger outputs for any fighter of any era. Right. He's a guy that don't mind throwing 3 and 4 and 5 punches at a time. He's not one of those guys that won't throw 4 or 5 punches if he see it. You understand me? So that being said, the only concern I have is how will his legs hold up? Because if his legs hold up, he's gonna beat Barry.
Pacquiao continues to showcase incredible speed, combining lightning-fast combinations, quick footwork, and elite reflexes that keep opponents constantly guessing. Chris Algieri described Pacquiao as one of the most difficult fighters to prepare for due to his unpredictable style, awkward angles, and complex rhythm.
Get my crosshairs on him, he would change his rhythm. He's a very rhythmic fighter. He uses broken rhythm very, very well. And yeah, adjustments on the fly, which is what I think all the best fighters in the world do. All the top guys I fought made vast adjustments along the way. So yeah, Manny's he's special, as is Floyd.
His power, where did it rank among the fighters that you faced?
Not the hardest, but also very hard. You know, Keith Thurman famously said he's got bricks for hands. It's very true. So you get bricks for hands plus fast hands, plus punches you don't see, makes him a very dangerous puncher. But he wouldn't say he was the hardest. Ruslan hit, I believe, way harder. Huge crunching power. But in terms of A guy with fast hands who has hard hands, but also punches from angles that are hard to see. Very, very dangerous.
Kind of dangerous. He's facing Ruslan before this Pacquiao.
Depending on how real that fight is, and depending on what size gloves they're wearing, depending on what kind of discussion they have prior to the fight, if the fight.
Trainer Justin Fortune made it clear that Team Pacquiao is fully prepared and confident heading into a rematch, believing Manny has what it takes to win.
Companies, but Mayweather tarnished his record by fighting basically no one's in the last 4 or 5 fights. How those fights even got sanctioned is unbelievable. So, whereas Pacquiao's never dodged anybody. He's 4 champions.
I thought Manny won his last fight. He should have been champion right now.
Absolutely.
But Mayweather's going to put his record on the line. September 19th at the Sphere in Vegas. What happens? Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather's putting the 50-0 on the line. It's not an exhibition.
I just don't think Manny wins it.
What would that mean if Manny gave Floyd his first loss?
What would that mean to Floyd? I don't know.
What would it mean to Manny?
It'd be great. Well, we just sort of, the last time we fought Floyd, his shoulder was all messed up, so it might have been a different outcome. But that's no point bitching about it.
Coach Abel Sanchez took a more blunt approach, saying both fighters are near 50 and questioning the competitive value of the rematch. While still admitting it will be entertaining and financially massive, he believes the timing is long past their prime.
With it? Do you like it or not? No.
Not me. I think that's just like some of the. Although Jake has proven to be helping a lot of our fighters, a lot of our girl fighters, but I think that that fight's gone, and they already have one. We don't need another one. If they want to do it for entertainment for the fans, that's great. Good money for them. But as far as a real thing, no.
So, someone told me this. It's a boxing person, and I asked him, like, hey, what do you think about the fight? And then he asked me, like, well, what do you think? I'm like, well, that style, like, it's always been hard for Manny, like, always, and I don't know what he can do now at this age that gives him an advantage in that. And he told me, like, look, Floyd's a lot older. I think now is the best chance that Manny has to beat.
Sanchez compared the situation to fighters like Terry Norris and Gennady Golovkin, explaining how timing and age can drastically change outcomes, suggesting this fight is more about spectacle than pure competition.
Why didn't they do it 3 years before the first one? Why are they doing it now? Do it when it matters. Just like Boots, when you're talking about Boots and Xander, that's perfect. I give all the credit to both guys for taking that chance. Taking that chance because unfortunately today, the zero on your record is so important. So important to everybody, the networks, the managers, the promoters, and you become a better fighter, as Fundora has. You become a better fighter once you taste defeat because that monkey's off your back. You're not protecting anything. Terry Norris became a better fighter after he got knocked out by Julian Jackson. Why? Because the chip came off his shoulder, and he started to do things that we needed to do in the gym to become better. I think that they should have fought 3 years, 4 years before they did fight, and it would have been talking about the second one back then I would have been okay with it, because at least they fought in their prime.
Paulie Malignaggi shared that in today's boxing landscape, popularity often drives opportunities, noting both fighters belong to the same era and may prefer facing each other rather than younger challengers.
Whether Pacquiao or fighting again in a rematch, both almost 50, if not 50. I want to say they're right around 50 years old.
Yeah, man. Let's see what at this point in time, whatever's popular, if they fight, they fight. I mean, listen, I don't know where the winner goes. I'll tell you what, I'd love a chance to fight the winner. I've been active. I've been fighting in bare knuckle, looking to see if there's an entrance for me back in glove boxing. But I have to. I think if I win this BKB title on May 16th, it's one fight at a time. I don't overlook anybody, but if I would be able to get a result there, I think I put myself in a good position to possibly get an attractive glove offer as well. So if they're gonna fight each other, I was in their generation as well. I didn't get to fight any of them. I don't know that they want to fight any of the younger guys. I think Pacquiao had a chance against Barrios. Barrios is probably the weak link in the welterweight division. There's probably no other weak links left. So I think that you probably want to stay in that older guy lane might come into play. We'll see. Let's let them fight and see how.
Algieri also labeled the fight a major money event, but admitted it still brings excitement as fans relive the legacy of two all-time greats, even if the action may not match their prime years.
It's two legends / two old men who are fighting each other. You know, they haven't been very active. It's a big money grab. I'm gonna say it like this: I don't hate it, right? Because the division is actually moving. It's not like they're fighting for a title and keeping guys out of the way. They're fighting each other. They both make a lot of money, and it's going to bring so much nostalgia for both of their careers in the build-up. For those 2 months where we're leading up to Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2, all we're going to do is watch, and talk about their fights. And I love that. I love that idea because I think they're two stalwarts on our sport. And in terms of them fighting each other, I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to put on a barn-burning performance, especially when they're damn near 50. But I don't know. I'm not super mad at it. I actually.
Promoter Jazzy Mather highlighted the massive scale of this rematch, reminding fans that their first fight generated historic revenue, and insisting this is far more than just nostalgia. Both fighters remain disciplined and in strong condition, promising another global spectacle.
Your take on this? You're behind it. You're orchestrating this thing. You know, Netflix, all that. Could this be the biggest fight that's ever been streamed?
I mean, I'd say huge is an understatement. I mean, let's look at the first fight, right? Fight of the century. Generated over $600 million in total revenue, over $410 million in pay-per-view. So you're talking about a spectacle. You're talking about a one-off, something that people have wanted to see for a decade plus since the first one.
Yeah.
And it's going to be awesome. There'll be sports entertainment in boxing for the first time ever at the Sphere. So it's going to be great.
Well, I you know, recently we saw Manny in the ring. You know, he's been active.
Yeah.
Floyd's been doing some stuff, but it's like, you know, the other type of stuff, you know, not like serious. That was a sanction.
Floyd's Floyd. Listen, Floyd's Floyd. Don't get it twisted. 50-0. Floyd's Floyd.
Right.
Floyd does this in his sleep. Floyd training.
Mather doubled down on critics, emphasizing that regardless of opinions, this fight represents a historic moment, bringing two legendary names back into the spotlight for one more chapter.
Better shape.
You know what? They're both in excellent shape. That's why this fight is what everybody wants to see. You know, I will tell you one thing. We're gonna notice something better from their last fight because they're both on their A game. These two, they age backwards.
Well, look, you know, I saw other promoters. I think Dana was jumping on this conversation too.
Listen,
what do you think?
I think here's what I think.
He kind of had some words.
I'm gonna stop you there. Everyone has words. You know, a lot of people are hating on this. A lot of people are saying things. A lot of people are entitled to their own opinion. But as I said in the beginning, we're looking at. Of course, it's going to be expensive. Why wouldn't it be expensive?
At the Sphere. It's
Why
supposed to be
it'll be
extra
expensive anyway. It should be beyond expensive. Look at the names we have. We got Mayweather and we got Pacquiao. We're looking at how much money is coming in. We're not looking at how much money is going out. It's not like there were three of us sitting across the table with napkins and writing, oh, let's go to the Sphere and let's make it.
Analysts note that Pacquiao's recent activity gives him an edge in rhythm timing and conditioning, while Mayweather's long inactivity could impact his sharpness, especially in later rounds where endurance becomes critical.
Fighting how long?
Damn. Yo.
When the last time you fought?
He's been doing the exhibition.
Oh, right,
Fort.
So when was the last? We're gonna say when was the last exhibition? What was it, 10-rounder or 8-rounder?
I don't know. He been stopping everybody.
Yeah. So I'm saying I don't think he going.
It might have been like Gotti. Is that the one?
And what was he doing? Was he boxing or was he walking it down?
Yo, honestly, when I seen him against the Japanese dude, he had his high guard and he was just walking forward.
That's what I'm saying. He older now. He ain't gonna be doing too much moving. He gonna be sharp and he gonna make Pacquiao run into something or some sharp calm. Like, watch.
Oh, so you think this ends in a stoppage?
It's a possibility, yo. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a possibility.
Sean Porter offered a balance, acknowledging the greatness of both fighters, but reminding fans that neither is in their prime, making it harder to judge their current level.
Her business, and because there are some ailments that you could encounter because of it being a hurt business, people look at it differently. And I'm encouraging people, when you do see a fighter retire and then come back, don't jump to the conclusion that fighter is broke. Don't jump to the conclusion that fighter don't know what else to do with their lives. Understand that that fighter has put in countless hours and days and years, upwards to the 30 and 40. And when that person says, I'm going back to work, that's essentially what they're doing. They're just going back to work. Can't be too mad at it.
I think the main thing, I don't know how much people are mad and hate Manny, but Floyd's whole persona was, I print money. I'm bigger than the dollar.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
I got a private jet. I got a house here, mansion here. Everything was money, 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 money. And people watch Floyd for majority of his career for him to lose.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you lost all that money. People just want to see him Floyd lose because of the persona he built up. Floyd Money Mayweather.
Porter concluded that the fight is driven more by nostalgia and legacy than true competitive stakes, framing it as a showcase of past greatness rather than a defining battle of who is better today.